Now we can begin. So today, in today's episode of What's Going On Grax, there's two main things I want to focus on. One, I'm just going to go very quickly straight into the stuff I've been producing. One of the videos I've produced is a review of the AY103 Capture USB stick. And it's a little device from China which allows you to capture HDMI footage from different sources, whether it be a games console or indeed a DSLR, which is what you're seeing right now. You might notice there's a slight difference in video quality compared to the usual stuff. Hello over and over it. How you doing? Hope you're well. Oh, that's a pretty nice picture over there. Oh, there's the icons. I've not seen this before. How you doing in the bedroom? Yeah, just right now she's being the best fan of watching me right now streaming. And yeah, so right now you might notice a difference in quality of the video of the stream because right now I'm streaming through the AY103 stick. And it's just to test it and put it through its paces just to make sure it's fine. You can see my review, unboxing, testing, and review of this product. I'll put a link up there or down below later on. But it works. It's not bad for £8. Just to reiterate, it's not bad for £8. It's a good thing for people to test out. But it's not a professional thing. If you want to dip your toes into the world of streaming, you don't want to spend much money, this is a good substitute. This is a good purchase to buy. But you're not going to be up there with all the professionals up there which are using better equipment. Anyway, reviews down below. Check it out. What are we all drinking today, folks? Today I'm drinking a nice bit of a whiskey, single malt, nice and cool, even though it's been sweaty really hot around here. And other than that, I wanted to talk about Storytime with Grax, my creepypasta storytelling channel, which I've started middle of January. That was probably the thing which was on my last update. For those who don't know, I started a new channel, Storytime with Grax. And yes, I am one hell of a drinker. Although this is just a little sip. It's just a little sip. It doesn't matter if you just have one sip. It's the continuous sips that causes the problems. So, yes, I started a new channel, Storytime with Grax. And it is a creepypasta storytelling channel where I am actually in front of a camera and telling stories. To the viewers. And it's different from everybody else who does audio narration, except for that one channel. I might come to that later. Because I'm in front of the camera and I'm speaking to the camera, and I'd like to think it gives more of an intimate feel to the storytelling. So far, I've released 6 videos, I think, or 5 or 6 videos of this channel once a week, because I bulk recorded and edited a bunch of content, a bunch of videos. I wanted to do twice a week, but I feel like once a week is a good flow right now just to make sure I can actually do it. But the reason why I'm here is because I wanted to share with you how is my channel doing after nearly 6 weeks being on the internet. And so if we switch the camera around to this, here we go. What you're seeing here is the behind the scenes of my YouTube channel. What's going on? It's my YouTube channel, Storytime with Grax. That's it. And from here you can see a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see if we can move the mouse cursor. Can you see that? Yep, that's all good. So the first thing you see is the number of subscribers I have. 21 subscribers, which is a growth of 21. I will admit, I would say about a quarter of them is people that I know, or it's me. So that, let's just say it's about 16 new subscribers. And if we go to the videos, video section of this channel, take a look at it. All the videos here are now public. And we get a viewing of 27, 28, 23, 33, 42. And this one is being a 48. This is my most popular one right now, called the Death Clock. And I'm quite happy about that, because right now that's the best thing I've produced. It's the most highest quality, the most interesting looking stuff. But the reason why I wanted to share all this is because I'm being greedy, but I want more. I sort of was kind of hoping for a bigger quantity of viewers and subscribers by this point after 5 weeks. But I just wanted to see, I wanted to show you what exactly I've been doing for each of these, and I wanted to see if there's anything I could improve upon. So we could do an analysis of an individual video. Let's take this one. What we see here is this is absolute growth. A growth of content here, people watching, and getting a subscriber out of it. Thank you. I will be patient. One thing that catches my eye in terms of this is the reach. Now, before I was doing all this, I was just promoting my content on YouTube, and I was promoting on Twitter and on Facebook. This is the general area in which I've been promoting my work. And then one thing I've done recently is I've been sticking it on Reddit. And I'll show you the page where I promote on Reddit in a second. But I get most of my content from Reddit now. I find this very, very interesting because I was expecting most of my content to come from Twitter and to come from YouTube, because I put in a lot of work and effort into actually creating the right SEO content, the right keywords, etc., trying to promote it. But Reddit seems to be the majority of my source. I don't know why I'm surprised by that, because this is the target audience I was kind of aiming for. I've kind of figured out how to best post my videos onto Reddit, and I'll share with you in a second. And that seems to be where the majority of my content is coming from, which is great. It's helped to boost up my numbers. The general pattern is I launch a video every Friday, and I get a spike of views here and likes and etc. etc. This is the most amount of views I get, and then it always seems to teeter out, which is something I should expect. One thing I've done recently is I've subscribed to a service called TubeBuddy, and I'll show you what TubeBuddy is in a second. It's a platform. It's a kind of a YouTube plugin that allows you to gather more data about YouTube channels and content, and it aids in things, including things like SEO, search keywords and such. But it also gives you some interesting facts. Let's say, for example, here, busy Tuesday, don't blame me. No problem there, Nick. No problem there. Thanks for joining me in my stream. Just getting a little look behind the scenes of Storytime with Grax. So one of the things I've been using TubeBuddy for is creating all these keywords. And it's really useful because what it does is it allows you to add in extra keywords based upon its, I guess for lack of a better term, database of keywords to try and generate the best possible result. So like say, for example, here I wanted to use a keyword for, let's say death clock. Oops. I don't know how to spell clock. And so from here, you can see it's already generated a whole bunch of keywords, but if you click on Explore, you'll be able to see that you'll come up with the overall score of the keyword. It's saying it's kind of poor. This is the reasons why, and it comes up with a selection of alternative keywords for you to try out. So Death Clock isn't very good in this case, but if I say Death Clock birthday song, it might produce a better result. See, look there. It means it's more likely to be caught in a search result. So from there I could then add it on and so on and so forth, and that's how I've been generating all my keywords and trying to get it as full as possible with as many keywords as possible. So these are some of the useful tools that come with TubeBuddy, and the thing is, it really helps out new YouTubers. For one thing, it's a year subscription, but they give you half price off for the year if you've got less than 1,000 subscribers, and also other discounts for bits and pieces. By the way, this is not sponsored. I'm not being paid by TubeBuddy to use this and that kind of stuff. I just wanted to give it a try to see if this helps to grow my numbers. And another cool thing about this is that you can see the results, not just of your channel in terms of how it grows and the data from that, but also in terms of other channels as well. So even though it looks like I get a whole bunch of spikes here and there, so I get some content here and there in terms of growth, which is what got me up to 21, it's still quite low. Okay, I got 7 videos. In the last 30 days, 164 views of 4 videos. One thing I've also been trying to do is trying to make my thumbnails as easy and eye-catching as possible so that people can easily see what it is and people get a feel for it and try and click on it. It's to try and attract attention. This is the kind of stuff I've been learning from all these different YouTube growth tutorials. So I've been watching a whole bunch of YouTube videos in terms of this is how you grow your channel, this is how you do this is how you do that. A lot of them kind of say the same things. It's all about the content you produce, about finding the right keywords, and so on. What's the other thing I want to say? Make sure you got nice enough equipment. But there's only so many ways you can tell the same story. But one of the things I like about TubeBuddy is that you can do analysis of other people's channels. Like, oh, these are all the other different YouTube channels I've been subscribing to. This guy, Mr. Spook, is pretty interesting. Because I've seen he grows exponentially. Like, it was before the weekend, he was on 3,000 subs, and now he's on 4,000 subs. And I don't understand how, why. So look at this, he's got like 40 subs, 30 subs, 90 subs. He gets like a huge amount of subscribers on a day-to-day basis. But by the way, if you want to go see him, this is his channel. He's a good content creator. He has some decent content, and his voice is very soothing. It's the kind of voice you would want to listen to if you wanted to go to sleep. But one of the things you can also do is try and compare it. So despite the fact he's got all these views, all these subscribers, it doesn't seem to have that much numbers. That's right, enough numbers. So he's got some upvotes on Reddit, one mention on Twitter, more likes than Facebook, which makes me think that his main source of income is through Facebook. And he's also got a whole bunch of keywords here, which isn't very specific to the story. So one of the things I've been trying to do is try to make keywords specific to my story. If I generate enough keywords, random but meaningful keywords, rather than a traditional stuff like creepypasta, scary story, blah, 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 I'm trying to increase my pool of chances of actually getting searched and discovered on YouTube. But he doesn't seem to do that much effort compared to me, and he still gets more views, and I would like to know why. One thing I suspect is because of the amount of content he produces. So in my case, I produce content once a week. And in here, in 1 week, he's produced 5 videos, which means he's increasing his chances of actually getting discovered because he's just physically got more content. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing to work towards, but maybe that's something I could work towards in the future. Once I get myself into a good routine, I can actually produce content frequently, reliably, then that would possibly mean I could produce more videos, maybe twice a week, which means I might get more videos out there, which increases my chances of actually being discovered. One thing I will say, I'm super happy that I managed to produce this content in advance, because there's a whole bunch of other stuff that's been going on right now in my personal life, which includes moving. We're working towards trying to find a place to move, but nothing's been fully confirmed there. But the point I'm making there is, if I was trying to do all this real life stuff in terms of that and trying to produce videos to as high quality as they currently are, then things would be a lot more stressful than they need to be. So I'm happy about that. But at some point, I want to actually get back into recording more videos and producing more content. I mean, one idea I had in mind was to do a Halloween special of some kind. Like, for the 7 days leading up to Halloween itself, just have one video a day. But I would need to produce more content for that. So yeah, I wanted to show you the source of where I've been putting stuff on Reddit. And it seems like Reddit, I was always under the impression that Reddit is not a good source. It's not easy to break into Reddit because like they're very, I hear that they're very closed circuit, closed niche groups, and it's very hard to break in, and they don't like things being broken out of the norm. But if you look around, you're able to find some channels on Reddit which allows you to try and promote your work, which is where I'm going to show you right now. Let's say, for example, this guy, he's posted on 3 different Reddit channels, which includes creepypasta. I don't know why I was surprised by this, because frankly, this is the target audience I should be going for. But if you go to the creepypasta channel, Everyone's posting all their kind of content, which is not the same as the No Sleep channel, which is a channel on Reddit which is roleplay, for lack of a better term. People are writing stories like they actually happened. You're supposed to be taking it seriously. This is supposed to be real life. People write all these creepy pasta stories, and then people reply in a serious tone. They take it seriously. It's not fiction. Well, so these other channels here, you're promoting your work. And that's one channel. Let's see if I can find another one which I've been posting my stuff to. This is my Reddit channel, reddit.com/Storytime With Grax. You're welcome to come in, say hello, and all that kind of stuff. But there's one particular, for example, another channel I've been trying to put my stuff on is Horror Narration, which is a channel dedicated solely on promoting one's narration work. Lots of interesting stuff. So that's where I've been getting a lot of people from. But it doesn't seem to be enough right now. And the reason why I share this with you is because, what can I say? I had big hopes for big numbers for this kind of stuff. Another idea I had in mind is to do some more collaboration work. I've been following lots of different people on YouTube, and I've also been following lots of YouTube creepypasta narrators on Twitter, and trying to be a bit more sociable and a bit more networky, a bit more interactive. And I've been into talks with a couple of them, and they've sent out an advert saying, would you be interested in doing some collaboration work? And it's like a general invitation. One person comes to my mind right now is called Infernal Nebulous, I believe that's his name. And he's invited me to come along. And at some point, I'm just going to record some audio for him to put in his collaboration project. So I'm hoping that, because he's bigger than me, he has about 215 subscribers right now. So it's just about getting myself out there and like trying to get people to draw in. So I need to create different avenues for people to try and find me. Ultimately, I am not disheartened completely by the fact that I've only got 21 subscribers right now. I'm very grateful for the people who have subscribed to me, and I'm very grateful for people who have given me some feedback. And it's a bit of a mix. It's been a bit of a mix. Some of the feedback's been, this is really good. This has been well produced. The content that I'm producing right now is very engaging. I feel more engaged watching you do the story. And that's one side. The other side is actually saying, one person commented saying, it's kind of too engaging. And what he means by that is they just want to sit and listen. But the act of actually watching someone is a bit more, it demands more of your time. And that's not necessarily what people want in a audio narration community. So I found that very interesting, but this is why I'm doing this. This is why I want to make this, because I want to be sure, is this just a niche visual storytelling, the way I do it? Is this something that people want? Because there's one other channel that actually does exactly what I'm doing. Well, not exactly like it. It's called Snarl. Let's see if I can actually find it. Okay, so this is Snarled. This YouTube channel Snarled, which has been around for a few years. And this has got 2 million subscribers. And they branch out on a couple of things. So one thing they do, it is audio. It is very much an audio show, but they also tell stories visually. And I'll just play a little bit of it right now. Okay, so what this channel does is it has storytelling. So it's just reading out the story. And what they do is there's like a team up. One person does all the drawings and draws all this out in terms of telling parts of the story. And then later on in the story, blah, 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 they have the narrator actually, you can see the narrator talking. Oh, wow, this episode's actually got a lot of, I wasn't expecting that. I picked the one channel, the one video where it's all drawings and hardly any talking. All right. So the idea is they got this girl here who's reading the story up here and just reading it out. She's clearly a very good reader. And then they have all this artwork to go along with the story. Dog girl, blah, 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 which is great. It helps you get engaged. And this is the closest thing I've found on YouTube right now that does what I do. Anyway, as I was saying, this is the closest channel I've found that does the same thing that I does. And they've been doing it for years, and they've clearly got success. And I feel like that their target audience is teenagers, teenage girls, teenage boys, because of the way they talk, the way they present themselves. It's very much like how I imagine young girls talking around a campfire, trying to scare each other, that kind of thing. I had a point to this, and I've forgotten what it was. That was it. Let me just switch the camera around. I remember now. So, the point I'm making is I'm not completely disheartened. I'm very, very grateful for everybody who subscribes to me and gives me comments and gives me likes, and that's great. I just want more. And it's just like any other YouTuber who's just started out. I just want more because I want to bump up this. Oh shit, that's kind of the wrong philosophy, isn't it? I should be just making for the sake of making it. I mean, yes, I want to have a channel that grows because of the fact that I would like to do this full time, and this kind of stuff I'd like to be paying the bills and so on and so forth. But the reality is, it's an experiment just to see if I can actually do this, and I want to actually see if I can make it grow into a channel just as popular as all these other narrators. And if you can give me any helpful hints and tips and ideas in terms of trying to make Storytime with Grax grow, I would greatly appreciate it. I mean, you can leave it in the comment section down below, or put it in the chat right now. I would be grateful for any ideas. And in the meantime, all I can really do is just get engaged with the community, do collaborations, try and make my videos as searchable as possible, be patient and wait for it to have a breakout video, because a lot of these videos have a breakout moment. And really, I shouldn't be so hard on myself because I've only been doing this for like a month. And whilst I have seen other people who've been producing about a month's worth of content, producing 100 times more subscribers than me, I don't understand how. I just got to be patient because in theory I should have a breakup moment, and all I can do is just, keep making the videos and just keep making until the point where it just no longer is fun. But I'm really happy with the stuff I'm producing. And I guess that's it. Right now, Storytime with Grax is kind of grown. I would like it to grow more, obviously, but it's still early days. And I got plans to see how I can grow it even more. And I will continue on with those plans, and I'll continue to make more content. So like I said, I've got enough videos to last until the end of the year. We'll just see what happens. And with that being said, has anything else been going on in my life? No, not really. I'm still staying at home. Still working from home. Viv and I are still working from home for our respective jobs. Like I said, we were looking around for a new home, but don't want to say anything more than that because that's still work in progress. And I think that's all I got to say right now.